Hello, beautiful human. I am Zach. That is Dan. And today we welcome back to the studio a star who's trapped in the year 2011. He's fond of vests and banjos, and his jeans cling to his calves. He is uber positive, and we have no idea why. Say hello to Kody Redwing and the Broken Heart.
Thank you. Thank you. So glad to be here. Thank you, guys. This is truly an honor. Thank you.
Where are the Broken Hearts today?
The Broken Hearts, they're on, I left them back at the hotel. I was like, this one's for me, guys. So sometimes they need to let the king shine. I'm kidding, but seriously, just don't come here, guys. So, yeah, it is Cody Redwing and the Broken Hearts, and, I'm so grateful to have them, but they're going to lay low today.
And where are the shoes?
Oh, the shoes. So I'm doing this thing. I'm doing 30 days bare and raw. It's a program that I started to get all of North America more in touch with both themselves and the earth. So I'm walking around America. Actually,
Okay.
I actually walked here today from Joshua Tree. And so I got up at 4 a.m. and I really went fast, but barefoot from Joshua Tree this morning, and I'm so excited to be here.
I feel like artists have done that, right? Like, didn't Mike Posner walk across the country?
Yeah, I wonder where he got that from.
I think he did. So when did you? I mean, there is truth to this idea of like being grounded and not having something on your feet and being in touch with the world.
Yeah, it's 100% true.
When
yeah.
do you realize that?
I probably realized that back in probably 2000. Well, actually, probably it was around 2011 when I was on, or 2010 or 11 when I was on season 11 of American Idol, and I was a quarterfinalist. And
You sang how many? You sang 5 different versions of Hallelujah.
5 different versions of Hallelujah. I'm sort of infamous for that.
Are
But
you
I
wearing
realized,
shoes at that time?
No, yeah. Well, so yes, I was shooed back then. And right before I went on to do my first version, I did 5 different versions. Each had a different style. The first version, I had a chorus of 200 children from all around the world. And I sang with a ukulele, and we did that version of Hallelujah. And I was just so nervous, and I didn't want to let him down. And then I tripped, and I fell on 2 young boys. They weren't able to perform. And my shoes came flying off. I didn't have time to think about it. And I went out there, and I gave the performance of my life. And actually, it was one of the most moving performances of Hallelujah I think anyone's ever done. And so it was at that point that I realized maybe there's something to this. And, it just was a really, really magical night. It was one of the first. We really broke the internet with that one.
So in the timeline of the 5, what number is that?
That would have been 3.
Okay.
That would have been 3. So that would have been probably the semis. And yeah, so I knew I had to step it up. And once I did that performance barefoot, kind of just kept going from there.
Interesting.
Yep.
So okay, I'm very interested. Mainly because Hallelujah is one of the most coveted and also covered songs probably of our life. But you do believe that your version is better than Leonard Cohen, your Jeff Buckley.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain to me why exactly? Like when you go, these elements of the 5 that I did.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yes. And those versions are incredible. I've definitely heard them, and they're just, they are so crazy good. Crazy good. Both of those guys are just, seriously, but I think, with my version, I do little elements that really quirk it up, Is
that what the song calls for?
Yeah, that's what I listen to that song, and I was, it's a really heartfelt song about, I think, connection to God and connection to nature and connection to spirituality, and I was like, this song needs a ukulele. I was like, this song needs a children's xylophone, so little quirky elements like that kind of just take it to the next level. And, I knew it was special when my aunt loved it. And I was like, we're resonating with, I think aunts across the country really resonate with my version best. And when aunts and librarians, when they're getting on board with it, you've touched something special.
Wait, okay. Can we talk about? I'm so interested in you. Also very confused, dude.
Well,
Where are you from?
I'm enigmatic. So yeah, I had it a bit rough growing up. I'm from Darien, Connecticut. Father was a lawyer, mother was a marketing executive, and they weren't always supportive of my dream, as you can imagine. So it wasn't easy for me as a creative. But we got through that, and I kept persevering, and we have a much better relationship now. And I've put him through heck and back, and so yeah, I grew up.
Were you religious growing up, or?
Yeah, no, I had an absolutely crazy childhood, if you can imagine. Mom was Jewish, dad was Presbyterian, so there was a lot of craziness going on there. So it was a pretty crazy, but never really that religious, more spiritual. I just kind of got in touch with Gaia, Mother Earth, and she guides me. But beyond that, and sort of just random Native American traditions that I've Googled. So those are really what I cling to. But beyond that, no, I don't really subscribe to traditional religion in that way,
I get it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when do you turn to music? When does that become your passion?
Oh my God. Yeah. It's so hard to say. I was always, listening to, pop radio. Probably the first time I heard Drops of Jupiter. When I heard Drops of Jupiter Train.
Oh, love it.
I was like, I can do this. I can do this, you guys. So at the time, yeah, I would have been maybe high school. I hadn't really listened to any music before that. Probably couldn't even name one song by anyone, really, before I heard Drops of Jupiter.
Just Pat Monahan.
Yeah,
Train.
Exactly. And once I heard that, I was like off to the races, and yeah, started busking on the streets of Darien, grinding it out, and next thing you know, Simon!
American Idol.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yep.
Have you met Jack Antonoff?
Yes, actually, I met him when he was, when he was really just coming up and starting, and I'm so proud of him and those guys in Fun. That I'm just so proud that I was able to have such an impact on them and influence them. Even if they don't want to mention me or credit me, it's totally fine. Jack.
Why do you believe that?
Jack is from New Jersey, I believe.
Yeah.
And he saw me performing back in 2008, and my hit song "We Will Never Die." He heard that song and saw it and came up to me and said, "This is a great song. I should do something very, very similar to this one day." And the results speak for themselves. So I don't want to draw too many dots, but I genuinely believe that he was inspired by me and what I've done.
What venue are you playing?
It doesn't exist anymore. It's in Asbury Park. It was called the Love Hut. The Love Hut in Asbury Park. And it was just like a quiet little coffee shop, and they tore it down to make way for condos. Oh, I hate big business. Oh, I hate you, big business. Why you ruin everything fun in the arts? Oh, God, don't get me started. Do not get me started.
Can we talk about your smash single, "We Will Never Die"?
Sure, please.
Dan loves it.
I think you're phenomenal.
Dan loves it.
Zach?
No, I think it's a great. Yeah,
what are you saying?
It's a great song.
Dan, that was a hard on the Dan.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What does Zach feel about it?
No, I think it's a great
I
song.
think America might love it as well. But
No, I mean, yeah, just like trying to be. No, it's good.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's a good song.
Yeah, well, could have led with that.
Yeah. Dan does love it.
Dan does love it.
Dan came in.
Loves it. America loves it.
He just came in today very, very vocal about his enjoyment of it.
Well, I said Cody Redwing's coming in. The guy's got a smash hit.
Yeah.
How are we not excited about this? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hello, people. Go on. No, we're having fun. What's up?
I mean...
the song. Yeah. Yeah, right. Sorry, I was... sorry, when negative energy swirls around me, it can be jarring. Just give me 1 second.
Throw off your chakras.
Got to do my Lamaze, and then I get back into it. So my song, "We Will Never Die." It is It was really a labor of love. It came from a very real place. You know, all 4 of my grandparents and all 8 of my great grandparents are still alive. So I started to think about what it would be like. One second I was like, holy, but I actually believe genuinely that if you believe hard enough and you really live a positive, you know, just give out positive energy, that you physically won't die. And so I started thinking about that thought, and the song just came flowing out of me. Next thing I know, I came to, and the song was completely written.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like a vessel.
A vessel of
Why do you think you were the person to bring that message to the world?
I think I just thought of it first. You know, I don't think anyone had thought, what if we actually didn't die? Maybe that might be a better way to live. And so once that came to me, I was like, I don't know if anyone said that before. Next thing I know, I'm famous.
That easy.
That easy.
Do you believe that?
Genuinely.
Has this been easy for you?
Oh, easy. Wow. Not always. And like I said, you know, I've put my parents through heck, and I've made a lot of decisions in my life that's taken a toll on the people around me. It wasn't easy when, you know, I chose to go on American Idol, and I chose not to get my master's. That was a difficult moment for everyone.
Wow.
But we came back from that, and I kept going with my career, and so things like that were like major traumas in my life. And
what a privilege, right? To have the means to go to college, the means to seek a master's, the means to like have a great set of foundational parents, and a really safe, affluent city of Darien, Connecticut.
I suppose. I mean, also, my parents gave me grief about it. That's not easy.
What kind of grief?
Also, I had to. They were like, "You should go to college, Cody. Music might not be a profitable career."
Is it a profitable career?
Yeah, no, yeah. Hello, my song was in a commercial for Carnival Cruise. Okay?
I mean, that's a big...
It was a Nissan Altima commercial during the first Obama administration. So, yes. I can retire. I could retire right now if I want, but I love art.
I mean, your song is also the song of overpriced cheeseburgers.
Yes, that is so. These kids are hilarious. These kids, and that just took me totally by surprise. But my nephew got me into the internet. I'm an internet nut. So I keep going on the computer, and I see all these kids just taking it and putting it to songs about hamburger restaurants and fancy hamburgers, which I love. If it doesn't have aioli on it, I'm not eating it.
Amen.
They just took it and ran with it. I think we totally broke the internet with that one, and it was just absolutely crazy. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay. Who would win in a fight? You, Mumford and Sons, or the Lumineers?
Oh gosh, do not make me do this. Do not make me do this. I know about me and all those guys. They are not fighters. We are all about this right here. But physically, I don't know. I have been practicing Aikido for the last 20 years. So
what's Aikido?
Aikido is all about taking energy. Have you ever seen the videos of Steven Seagal where he just kind of throws a guy lightly?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Okay, you could do that?
Yeah. So I've been practicing. So I want to say, I would hate to do it. They teach us not to use our powers for negative, but if I absolutely have to, I don't know. It might be me.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but it might be me.
I'd love to see you do something like that.
Yeah. Actually, I could do it right now in my chair. So if they were coming at me, if Mumford was coming at me, I would. All right. He would come at me, and I would go.
Whoa.
What is that?
That's slow motion right there.
No, that's okay.
And I meant to do that because they teach us to use the environment around us. So I would hit his head into a bottle of water. Yep. So, and that's a technique. Everything
that
was deliberate.
interesting.
And yeah, it actually, I slowed it down for you to see. In actuality, I'd be like,
So that's okay.
yep.
Okay. So why is your beanie so flaccid?
Well, this is how I've always worn it, and it also
I used to wear a beanie like that. There's like photos of me probably in the year 2010
sure.
wearing something similar. Like it's, by the way, it's like 90 degrees outside and you're wearing a beanie.
Yeah, and a scarf.
Yeah, but also you have no sleeves on. The whole
Yeah.
thing is an oxymoron, right?
I suppose it's climatologically incoherent, but to me, it just makes me feel me. You know, no shoes, scarf, giant beanie,
Neon pink glasses.
with no lenses in them. Yeah, but I, didn't want to get the glare. Yeah.
You didn't want to get the glare, but you wanted the fashion.
Amen. That's what it's all about. Beauty is pain.
Does the music make the fashion, or does the fashion make the music?
Oh gosh. I think it just goes hands in hands. Can you have one without the other? When I'm standing on stage in front of thousands to dozens of people and I see, people in the front row ugly crying at my words. Ugly crying.
Why do you think they're
music.
crying like that?
Because I think music can change the world. And I think literally the music that I've created and the words that I've written are some of the most important music ever written.
Yeah, but sometimes things can change the world for the worst.
Yeah, I suppose. Not me. Not me. I'm on a hot streak.
So what's the deal with you and Brendan Abernathy?
Brendan Abernathy. So he's a young guy on the scene.
Very talented.
Very talented, and people were comparing us online. And
Who compared who to who? Was it like, did you show up and they were like, oh, you are Brendan Abernathy? Or did Brendan Abernathy show up and they go, oh, you are Redwing?
Yes. Brendan Abernathy, I think he came into the popular consciousness about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I think he started going totally viral, absolutely viral, crazy madness. And pretty much as soon as as that video was posted, everyone was tagging me, Cody, this sounds like you. So I reached out to him. I said, we should do something together. And, when two beams of light connect, it becomes a bigger beam of light. That's what happened.
Yeah, but sometimes that beam of light can be blinding.
Yes, but once you squint, it makes you better at seeing. I stare into the sun at least 15 minutes every day, and I think it improves my vision and my mental capacity. So, yeah. And so, yeah, Brendan and I got together, and now his career is blossoming. My career is blossoming. I think we made each other stronger.
That's really special.
Thank you. Yeah, it really, really was. He's a great guy.
Well, I thank you for hanging out here today.
Thank you for having me. This was an absolute joy. Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to share?
Go listen to We Will Never Die. It's a timeless classic. It will never not be popular. And I love you all very much. And believe in yourself. Anything's possible.
Do you believe that?
I believe everything I say and don't as soon as it comes out of my mouth, I've already stopped questioning it.
Okay, Cody Redwing and the Broken Hearts, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Hello, beautiful human. I am Zach. That is Dan, and we welcome to the studio for the second time. But it's been many, many years. A human being who takes on many characters, takes on many humans. Say hello to Kyle Gordon.
Yo!
Hello. Very, very happy to be back.
Yeah.
Yes.
The last time you were here, you were DJ Crazy Times.
Yes, I know. It was a different era.
Where does he go? Does he just die in your mind, or does he just go on a shelf somewhere?
He always exists in the ether. Yeah, exactly. But it is. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of a way to bring him back and maybe do another DJ Crazy Time.
What about Girl of the Heart? Wasn't that?
Well, yeah. So I kind of considered that like the spiritual successor to DJ Crazy Times, and I kind of put it out and then came up with the lore after. But essentially, it's DJ Crazy Times in the '80s, and he had a different stage name, which was Giovanni Ice. And yeah, and so yeah, it was sort of like DJ Crazy Times, but 80s. So yeah, that's true. DJ Crazy Times lives in many different, yeah.
How many characters do you have?
I mean, at this point, hundreds gotta be hundreds. Yeah, because like the ones I've done online, the ones I've done on my albums, yeah, it's gotta be like hundreds.
Documented? Are they fleshed out? Do you have like Bibles on these things? You can understand how they make decisions, or do you just kind of store them in your head?
Yeah, they're kind of just floating around in my head at this point, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Bible is literally, I write everything down in like by hand, paper. So there are just like a bunch of notebooks at home, and my dad is like so anal. He's like, you have to back them up. Like, what if you lose them? And you know, something. And he's not wrong. Yeah, but yeah, they're pretty much just all sitting in notebooks at my house.
How many characters do you have like fully fleshed out? Like enough that you can make music on, as in like make videos and create a universe around?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Like distinct characters, like with like really fleshed out. I don't know. Yeah, maybe a few dozen. I have to think about it because I don't have like a full list or anything. But yeah, like a few dozen. And that's the thing. It's like I think now I'm at the point of thinking about like how I could take these characters into like something more long form, like do potentially write or try to develop a TV show or movie or something. So
maybe like they all play Coachella.
That would be, yeah, don't tell me. Well, because I just got off
like
tour.
a festival. Maybe that's like your movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, honestly, that would be sick. I would love that. Yeah, that would be, yeah. All right, well, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Just another second in the day. But I got to say, you know, Kim did come up with the Coachella. She was like, would they all, right? Wasn't that your idea? You're like, shouldn't they all play Coachella? Nobody knows Kim, but Kim's in my head.
Kim's in our ears. He's a producer. You're just talking about Kim like she's this floating
Kim is your conscience.
Yeah, she's in my head.
Kim told me you should do it. Kim.
No, but I like I like the idea of them all. Like the movie is like the road to this festival that they all play.
Yeah.
And you follow each one of them.
Well, I kind of also thought about something, because like when I go on tour, it's now like a concert and all these characters play the songs. And so in a way, it's like a mini version of that. Like people say, it's like you're getting like 10 concerts in one, because it's all these different genres, different characters. But yeah, I did have some sort of idea of like, well, because the arc on my new album, Kyle Gordon is Wonderful, is like it's like kind of based around a, I don't know, VH1 countdown show. Like, so it's like, you know, the 2000s like most ridiculous songs of all time kind of thing. So like having some sort of maybe arc in a TV show or movie where it's like that framed around like a countdown show like that could be something too. Yeah.
So like you're not doing parody, right?
Well, I would say it's like genre parody, rather than like parodies of individual songs. So like that's what I try to do is like identify a trope in the genre and then like pick something from each. So like I had a new metal song.
Crawl to Me is so sick.
Yeah, thank you. That one I was really, really happy with. And you know, it's like broadly a lot of new metal things, but like it's a little bit of Limp Bizkit on the verse. It's a little bit of Linkin Park on the chorus. You get some like Papa Roach, Godsmack, and you take all those together and kind of it's a bit of all of it, you know.
Can we talk about Crawl to Me featuring Stool Sample?
Stool Sample, yes.
How much like Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park are you consuming while making this to make sure it sounds exactly how you want it to?
Well, a tremendous amount. Just in general. One, because I run, so it's good to run to that stuff. It's like classic, like gym workout music. But also, like that was easier because, like, I was born in 1992, so when I first became like conscious of culture, like the first music I heard was like Limp Bizkit. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's kind of crazy to think about. So like that is just exists in my DNA. I didn't have to dig too hard because like just as a conscious human being in 1999, like you just sort of downloaded that stuff into your brain. So yeah, but like, yeah, so certain genres I steep myself in more. I mean, that was kind of cool because I dug deeper into the genre than stuff that would have been on like the mainstream pop radio. So like, you know, I got into like weird like Static X and like Coal Chamber and like these bands that were like big but not household names, you know? And so kind of nerding out about that stuff made me like really secure and like, yeah, I think I got it down.
How do you clear a Bill Clinton sample?
You don't. You don't. Yeah, exactly. Chelsea, don't come after me.
Just risk it.
Well, I wanted to do other like I wanted to get like a more like niche sample of like, but it's hard. That stuff's harder to clear. I think if it's the president giving a press conference,
Yeah, fair use.
I think it might be fair use. But yeah, so that's kind of why I went with that one, because I was like, I don't think anyone's gonna come. No one's come after me yet. So
You met Weird Al?
yes, that was crazy.
Yeah, what was that like?
Nuts. I mean, yeah, so that was on this last tour. I did a show here in LA, and yeah, I had no idea he was going to be there. He came and saw the show, and yeah, because
That's crazy.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it was like a dream. Like, so my band, they noticed him before I did. I didn't see him the whole show, and I go off. I do like an encore, so I came backstage and my band were all like being weird, like don't talk. I was like, what the fuck? All right, and then I like go back on, and then luckily during the last song, which was Planet of the Bass, I noticed him. You know, once you see him, you can't unsee him. So like, I was like, oh my, and I'm very glad I didn't know he was there, because I would have like, you know, it would have freaked me out. And that day was crazy too, because like the LA, the tour was 30 cities, so I was like on the road for like, it was crazy. So we were like halfway through the tour. And I was like, the LA show is the one show, like, don't fuck this one up. And like,
because it's like mostly people you know, or mostly people that you're working with.
Yeah, and it's like
people.
There's press there and blah, blah, blah.
Weird Al could show up.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. I was like, something like that's going to happen. And literally the night before in Phoenix, I completely blew my voice out. Like, I'd been so, like, I've been like you know, so anal about everything. I hadn't been drinking. I'm doing tea, lozenges, all the singer stuff. And then the night before, I completely blow my voice out. And so that morning, I was like, I can't talk. Oh my God. And so we like, my manager, like, we're frantically and found like a Dr. Feelgood here in Hollywood, steroids in my ass, slapped me, like, all right, get out there. And yeah, did the show. So like, I thought like.
They're out there, dude.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, you get them concierge doctors.
Yeah.
They'll come to you with all that good stuff.
Oh God. Yeah, I know. I never felt more like, you know, like.
Cost you a few $100, maybe a couple thousand, depending on what you want, but you know.
Yeah.
They don't ask questions.
Yeah,
Dan.
I didn't make a profit that night, but yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like that, yeah, saved my ass. And yeah, got out there and was able to sing. Show went off without a hitch, but yeah, it was
That's crazy.
So that whole day was like I thought, well, and also the thing too was I woke up that morning, I'm like, how am I gonna sing? And I couldn't cancel the show because I don't know if you saw this, but the night before I posted this video of me having like a fake meltdown, a fake like crash out that went like viral of me, and people thought it was real. And I was like, I'm like shirtless at my show. I'm like, you people, you don't fucking understand me. I've been doing comedy since 2014. You know, and it was fake, but people thought it was real. And I can't cancel the show the next night and be like, vocal trauma. Like no one would have believed me. They were like, oh, he actually is losing his mind. So yeah, I was like backed into a corner. I was like, I have to do this show. I can't cancel. Yeah, that was crazy.
And you did it for Weird Al.
For Weird
Did you
Al.
ever find out like why he was there or how to like?
So yeah, so I had been talking to Thomas Lennon, who's like an amazing comedian. He's most well known as Lieutenant Dangle on Reno 911, like the main guy with the mustache, who I'm like a long time huge fan of, like his sketch group, The State, like big fan. So I was talking to him. We'd been mutual fans for a while, and I knew he was going to be at the show. So in my mind, I was like, Thomas Lennon's going to be here. I can't fucking screw this up. But then I now makes sense. He's really good friends with Weird Al. So he was like, you should come check out this show. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like an organic thing. It's not like an agent or like a manager.
Exactly. It was literally like, Yeah, word of mouth. Like he was like, come check this out. It's cool. Yeah, I think he liked it. Yeah. Yeah, that was like a bucket list thing.
Really validating.
Yeah, that was really cool. And like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing comedy music. Like the Mount Rushmore, the George Washington is, Weird Al. Like, come on.
Who else is on that? Like, man.
Weird Al 4 times.
Yeah, literally just weird. Honestly, no, I mean, Flight of the Conchords, I'm a huge fan of. Like, honestly, underrated comedy music to me, like, is Trey Parker, from South Park. Like, like the music on that show is like some of the funniest like music ever written, and obviously Book of Mormon. So like, to me, he's on the Mount Rushmore too. I'm gonna, Bo Burnham,
Lonely
like
Island.
Bo Burnham,
yeah.
Island. Damn.
Yeah.
There is it is such an art form, but you're carrying it very well.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
You do. You keep it really relevant.
Thanks. Yeah, and it can, like, it's not always great, like musical comedy. I understand a lot of people like, when I would be, I came up doing comedy in New York, like for many, many years, and I would do shows with it's all stand-ups, and I get up there with my guitar, and totally justifiably, people are like, oh God, here we go. Like, it can be, and I think the reason for that is totally understandable. It's like musical comedy at its worst, what it can do is essentially you're a comedian with a half-baked, not that good joke, and you're like, well, if I set it to music, no one will realize that it's really not that funny or interesting. So like, it's kind of can be a cheat code, which I think leads to some of the like sometimes it's just like people are like not that into it. So what I always try to do to like combat that is like, I always try to keep in mind like this joke wouldn't work without the music. Like I'm not just doing that. I'm not just taking a half-baked joke and just setting it to music. It's like the music and the comedy are, one can't exist without the other. That's what I try to do when I come up with stuff.
And you need the lore, dude. Like the lore sells it because you're trying to like get people invested into this fake person.
Right. And that's a fun element of it too. It's like a whole 360 thing of like, it's the song, it's the character, it's the lore, it's the visuals, it's the music video, it's all of it. Yeah.
And you clearly are making up some of it as you go, which is also fun.
Yeah, totally. But that's the thing that's fun. It's like, because my background is improv, like even more than music, it's like doing improv. So like, that's kind of the best way to come up with stuff is like, honestly, that's how I like to write, honestly, too. It's like, once I feel like I know this character really well, like you could put him on the moon and I know how he'd react like to anything. So it's like, honestly, I discover things about the character. Like when I'm improvising as Cody or DJ Crazy Times, like I'm in character. And so the way he reacts is like teaching me things about.
Totally. Like even in the interview.
Yeah.
I could feel like you were like just going with it and like, yes, it's like at the center of like the core of how he would react, but you don't know exactly what he would do.
Right. Until I
do it.
Comes out of my mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you kind of got to track it for future.
Yeah, exactly. But that's fun. Like, yeah, once, I discover the lore of the character in real time. Yeah. It's fun.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a very cool art form.
Yeah,
Can
thanks.
you talk about making Selecta? Because like there's parts of that where it sounds like you're speaking a different language.
Well, that was, Selecta is my like British
UK
hip-hop, UK hip-hop, UK garage kind of late 90s, early 2000s thing. And so I had done a like short TikTok like back in 2020 of like the first like, 10 seconds of that song started as a TikTok that I did in 2020.
Can you do it?
It's like, come at foo, what do? I never knew you could be doo-doo. It's pretty much that. With the bum to the boom boom, bum to bum to bum boom with the boom boom. Yeah. Yeah. And it was just that. That's all I had. And so, and I was like thinking of, trying to write for the new album. And I was like, I should explore this genre. I think it'd be really fun. But I'm like, what would the joke be, especially for like an American audience? And then I was like, the only way to make this work is fill it with British slang so dense that it's completely incomprehensible to Americans. Like I wanted it to be like not a single line would an American understand anything that's being said. So yeah, I just loaded it like super dense with British slang. And yeah, and it kind of worked. And that was the kind of thing I could do on the new album that I couldn't do on the first one, because it's not like joke. The whole thing is one ridiculous giant joke altogether. And that I was really happy with how that one came out too.
And Miss Belajana Electronica.
Yes,
she made an appearance.
Yes, that was really, really cool. So Audrey, who played Biljana in Play on the Bass, she was like the face of Biljana, but she didn't actually sing. She plays the like female vocal part on that song, Selecta Trixie B, and so she both is in the videos, obviously, and she sang.
Oh, it's actually her singing.
That's her singing.
That's
yeah. So she crushed it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the best. She's so talented. Yeah, that was awesome.
So can you? But you also have this song Myrtle Beach, which is spoofing a bunch of divorced guys.
Yeah.
In Hawaiian shirts.
Yes.
Being just basic.
Yeah, so that was
basic
fun.
People.
Yes, yeah. So that was like a sort of separate single from the album, and that was kind of a cool exercise for me, because it was a collab with this awesome group, OCT, who are also doing comedy music great. And the thing I also like about them is like their songs are really funny, but they're clearly great songwriters too, which is like a key component too. It's like music you would actually want to listen to, which I think like Bo Burnham and Flight of the Conchords, they're great at. Like, okay, regardless of the comedy, these are great songs. And I thought those guys were great too. And totally coincidentally, it turned out two of those guys I didn't even know until they'd already started blowing up, went to my high school. So completely randomly. So like
that's so funny.
We shot part of the music video at their like parents' house because we were both like home for whatever, Passover or whatever. But yeah, so we did the song, and that was kind of stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit, like collaborate. I wanted to do something like write a song that I wouldn't have, because it's not such a clear genre parody. It's more just like a traditional comedy song of like it's catchy, but it's not parodying any one particular genre. So it was kind of a fun exercise for me to try something that I wouldn't have normally done if it was just a Kyle Gordon song. So it was like a fun, and the song came out great, and those guys it's very catchy. They're awesome. Yeah.
Is there a new character form there or no?
Not really. I mean, I guess we're all like divorced dads in Myrtle Beach, but it wasn't as like, so we're in character in that sense. But yeah, I kind of liked the idea of not doing something that I wouldn't normally do, with like clear character, clear lore, clear, having it be just looser was like fun for me.
Wait, so you were this? Is it true that you were the self-proclaimed funniest person in your high school?
Self-proclaimed, probably. Yeah. Sure, self-proclaimed. Yeah, I stand by that. Yeah, screw you, Shane Ogren. Yeah, no, I was not voted on anything, because by the end of high school, Well, by the end
there's no formal poll.
Well, like it could have been one of those superlative type things. Actually, I wonder who actually got it in like the senior yearbook or whatever. But yeah, by the end of high school, I was pretty much like sort of in my like stoner era, and I kind of like, I let my class clown status lapse maybe a little bit by the end of high school.
Yeah,
so
the dubes, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was too busy doing nothing, just hanging out,
smoking weed and doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It was a short-lived phase, but hey.
Would you get humbled when you go to New York City and see how funny fucking people are when you first get there?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why, like, after I graduated, I knew I wanted to try it. I tried, like, one open mic at the end of college, pretty much. And I went to New York to do comedy. That was always in my mind. Because I was like, I think I'm funny. I think I'm funny. But, like, I had no clue exactly what you're saying. Like, I might get to New York and I realize I can't hang at all. And I kind of
pushes you to get to a place where you can hang.
Yeah. Both are true. Like, at the same time, I was like, oh, I can do this. And also I was like, I need to get good, because I'm not that good yet. Like, so I'm really glad I had like many years, pretty much like 5-6 years before anyone knew who I was on TikTok or social media, like grinding it out, like, you know.
And it's a unique thing because like you're playing to two audiences, right? Like you're playing to the audience that's in front of you that is most likely ever changing with every show. But the thing that stays constant are the other comedians on the bill, and you're seeing them from show to show.
Yes.
And it's like the last thing you want to do is not get better or progress
right.
and still suck in front of these people
totally
who are judging you.
It pushes you. And like I was impatient too. So I was like, why am I not getting better? Like I need to get better quick. Cause it's like, it's that thing, especially at the beginning when you start to develop any new skill, it's like my taste was much higher than my ability. Like I know what good is and I know what I'm doing is like not good enough. And it's very frustrating to like, when you're at that point of like, yeah, like your taste doesn't like match. Yeah, there's a gap there. So yeah, and like, yeah, being around other, because my background was less stand-up and more improv, and I developed this character musical thing in order for me to be able to like be booked on, comedy shows in New York, like along with stand-ups. But really my background was like doing a lot of improv. And so, yeah, like just seeing other people and like not progressing, and improv can be a slog. Like a good improv show is the best thing you've ever seen. A bad improv
it's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
Unbearably torturous.
You want to rip your eyes out.
Horrifically bad. And luckily I was so delirious that I knew I wasn't that good. I probably didn't realize how bad I was, which is good. Otherwise I would have jumped off a bridge. But
improv's a team sport as well.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy is not a team sport.
Right. Yeah.
You and a guitar is not a team sport.
Yes. Right. And that's why I kind of wanted to be able to do both. Because like improv is both. That's why I gravitated towards it, because you're both performing live, but you're also writing it live.
Yeah.
Collaborative. Like it's a writing exercise as much as it is a performance exercise, because no one knows it's a sketch. It's like sketch comedy that you're writing live. So like it's kind of a really good exercise. But like also, even when it's good, that I've realized that I didn't realize back then because I was so into improv, and it's like a little scene and everyone like speaks the same language of like improv stuff. Like the average person on the street, even seeing a good improv show, they're like, what is going on? Like it's like not really that accessible to people. So I've kind of come to realize that like I love doing improv,
so real.
But it's like it's more of a exercise to improve your abilities as a comic. Like, and there's a lot of improv that is great and accessible to like normies, but like 98% of it is mostly just for the performers and other nerds in this little world who are. That's the other thing.
Not everyone's Whose Line, man.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Whose Line is more accessible because it's like the short form where they have little games and it's all explained to the audience. I was doing like long form where it's like you're given one premise at the beginning and then you do 30 minutes straight of like, so it's a different beast. And so the nerds are like, it's like, it's like jazz in a way of like, it's like, you're mostly playing for other jazz musicians who are like, nice move. Like, yo, wow, that was really good move. But like to an average person, I'm like, what am I listening to? Like, this is boring. Like, same thing with improv. Like people like you watch it and then the other improv nerds are like, nice. Like, but everyone else is like, what is this? Yeah. So I'm glad I did it. I had my 10,000 hours and I still love doing it, but I think it was more as like a helpful exercise for me to improve as like a comedian overall rather than like, an end in and of itself.
How did you end up at Courtney Cox's house making TikToks with Ed Sheeran?
Yeah. Actually, probably the last time I was here, I think that happened like the next day. That would have been that same.
Really?
That must have been. Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that like I saw you guys and then I went and saw them the next day.
Damn.
That was crazy. I know I should have invited you guys. Damn, that was cruel. I'm sorry. But
next time.
Next time. Yeah, I promise. That was crazy. So Ed's cousin, Murray, who's really awesome and a good friend of mine. We've become good friends. I think he was a fan of mine and then showed me to Ed, who liked my stuff. And then he was like, come do a video with Ed when you're in town. I was like, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. And then like I think it was the morning of, he was like, oh yeah, by the way, it's going to be at Courtney Cox's house too. So I was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, just like retooled everything to work both of them into that video. It's like, yeah, for people who haven't seen it, it's like I play a character that's like a guy who doesn't recognize that he's talking to a celebrity, and I'm talking to Ed Sheeran. I'm like, hey pal, good to meet you. So what line of work you in? Oh yeah, music. That'll work out for you someday. Come on, keep trying. You got it. Like, you know, and like slapping him on the back, and then all of a sudden, like you're watching that, you're like, holy crap, it's Ed Sheeran. And then Courtney Cox just comes in at the end of the video too, and yeah, that was really, really crazy. But yeah, also that was like, yeah, like. Now I've gotten the chance to like meet celebrities and stuff, but back then that was still pretty new. So
it was a whirlwind.
Yeah, it was
Your
a whirlwind.
Life was crazy.
That's right off when you performed with the Jonas Brothers, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It would have been
at like TD Garden or some shit.
Yes. So it would have been, yeah, Jonas Brothers. I performed with the Jonas Brothers. And then, yeah, like, wow, yeah. I mean, that whole time was just nuts. And then I was on The Simpsons. It was just crazy.
You come on the Zachsang show.
Yeah,
exactly. You go on The Simpsons.
It's already, yeah, I got to meet Zachsang. I could hardly breathe.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, things like ebb and flow, and like but you have found like a consistent niche and a pattern and recognition, and you've built this fan base that's looking forward to seeing these characters.
I mean, that's literally all I could have asked for. It was like being free to do, and you know, it's like literally, it's cool. Like now I have a fan base that like is down for whatever I want to do. So I can really just follow and whatever my heart desires, and like, you know, do weird stuff, and like they're totally on board for it, which is like really cool. They come out to see the shows. They know all the words. I can pay my rent. Like literally I've reached my goals. Like this is all I wanted, really.
I know
good.
We talked about it with Cody, but like the hamburger thing was insane. You couldn't have predicted that.
No, exactly right.
That was crazy.
Well, that's like the best. That's the coolest thing when stuff like that on the internet happens. Is like, you know, you have like virality when it's like you get a few million views and a lot of people are looking at it, and then there's like
real virality,
culture,
culture.
like culture changes, and yeah, that was what was crazy with that. It's like, I think I single-handedly destroyed a corner of the food industry. Like, I'm very sorry about that. I did a video with my friend who owns like a burger joint, and I did a formal apology to the entire hamburger industry. But yeah, like that was, again, like, yeah, no, I could not have predicted it. That took on a whole life of its own that, yeah, I had nothing to do with. Yeah.
The internet's an amazing place.
Kind of is.
It's also a fucked place, but it's...
Yeah, both can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are true.
Yes. Yeah.
But what is also true is you're very talented.
Thank you.
Your music's great. Your character's really special.
Thanks.
Appreciate your time and energy as always.
Always fun. Glad to be back.
Final thoughts?
I think we covered a lot.
You're a good man, Kyle
Thanks.
Gordon.
I'm going to be Steve Martin is to SNL as I'm going to be to this show. And so I'm going to come back probably like 14, 15 more times. So
I would love that.
all right. Sounds good.
A lot of characters.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Kim in my head would love it too.
There you go. All right.
She's telling me in my head.
Yeah. I think
she
your
just-
eyes just rolled back into your head. You just passed out.
No, she actually wants to hear you say garage again.
UK Garage.
Yeah, I
Can you also do your Fred Durst impression real quick?
Oh, yeah, this is good. All right. Shut your fucking mouth! I did that on another... Actually, that was one of the first podcasts. Yeah. Ben Stiller, you my favorite motherfucker. That's a real thing he says on an album. He starts off one of his songs, and he's like, Ben Stiller, you my favorite motherfucker. Yeah, that was one of the first early podcasts I did like back in like 2021. They were like, what impression can you do? And I didn't tell them what I was going to do. And I was like, shut your fucking mouth. And I was like, they were like, what?
You're like, not the reaction,
what
that was the
the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's the impression? I thought you were going to do Trump. Like you did fucking Fred Durst. What the fuck? Yeah.
Do you gather any tropes from watching our show? Like, do you have you ever watched like one of our guests on our couch and like
Oh yeah, big
picked
time.
up things that they do?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's swirling around in my head. I don't know if I'd have to think. I do watch your show. I'll see a lot of the clips. So
because like even in Kyle Redwing, I was like, oh, I feel
Cody.
like Cody shit. Yeah. Cody yeah, your name's
I know
Kyle.
I could have picked it's pretty. There are a lot of letters that are similar. So
No, but I'm watching Cody Redwing and I'm like, I feel like I've heard these answers.
Well, but I think it's also because Cody Redwing is based on a lot of art. It's like, okay, DJ Crazy Times, you're not going to get a lot of like Croatian 90s Eurodance groups coming into the show. No offense to that genre, but like, the Cody Redwing is parodying a genre that's pretty recent in history and also like still popular in a way. Like Noah Kahan is sort of a new version of that. Like that genre is still in the cultural zeitgeist. So I think it's less about it's like that's the type of artist who would come on a show like this.
Do you feel like this character is helping an artist like Brendan Abernathy?
So that's funny. I don't want to take too much of your time, but that was interesting. So I think it did because that was really, really interesting. So like literally I was driving back from the last show of my tour and this video is of Brendan Abernathy. He's the married in a year in the suburbs guy on the tippy toes. It went super viral. It took a little time to go viral. I saw it literally within the first hour of it coming out because as soon as it came out, people were tagging me, being like, people literally thought it was me. People thought that was me.
Wait, so he releases this song for the first time?
Yes.
And instantly, before it goes viral, people were like, this is a Kyle Gordon parody.
Correct. Exactly. So I saw it instantly. And then I'm kind of watching it. I'm like, people are kind of saying it's cringy and like, whatever you think of the song and the performance, like whatever. It's like, the cringiness of it. But everyone's saying it's really cringy, it's corny. People are, and then over the next few days.
He's really talented.
Yeah. And it's like, whatever. It doesn't have to be your taste, but like it's he's being genuine and whatever. Like there's the first wave, like we were saying, it's like there's millions of views viral. And then I notice over the next few days, it starts to become like a thing, like a real thing. There's that next layer. And so all these people start dogpiling on him, and I think that's when you get to the layer of like, okay, you guys are dogpiling on him, not because you have a actual opinion about his music, but you're just doing it because it's cool to do now. Like It's cool to make fun of this guy. And so everyone was still tagging me like every day. My mentions were bananas. Like people being like, wanting me essentially to just like dogpile on this guy and me to make fun of him. And like that felt really lame, like not cool, and also like lazy. Like they just wanted me to do like a version of his song, but like sneering at him, like, isn't this lame, guys? Like, and that felt like not cool. So essentially what I did is I DM'd him because it was getting so crazy. Everyone was tagging me like nuts. I was like, all right, let's see what I can do with it. I like hit him up and I was like, hey, dude, I know things are probably crazy right now. Like, if you want, people are comparing your song to my character, Cody Redwing. Everyone's doing this comparison. If you're down, we could do a song, we could do it together and sort of make light of this situation. If you're down, I'm totally, like, let's do it. If not, I'm not going to do anything with this. And he was like, turns out, he's a super nice guy who's very sweet and like was totally down and genuinely did have a really good sense of humor about it. He was like, I came up with this sketch where my character would like sing along a duet with him and then I like fade into the background as a ghost, like blessing him with the millennial stomp clap genre or whatever. But he was telling me go harder. He was like, you should do my little dance and he just like was totally game and like had a really good sense of humor about it. Yeah.
He seems like a talented guy who's maybe partially like understands the system a little bit.
Yes, he definitely does. I don't think it was calculated. It definitely was not calculated. And like, it wasn't that cynical, but once it started happening, like by the time I spoke to him, he did seem to have a really good grasp of like, yeah, no, I've been a musician doing it for a long time. I'm trying to get attention. I'm fighting to get attention. I'm finally getting attention. Yeah, some of it is people like ragging on me, but like it's getting people to my music and whatever. Like
Dude.
And he handled it much better than I would have in his situation.
Making music in 2025 is really fucking hard.
It's
And
nuts.
I applaud anybody who's brave enough to do it.
And now he has, a platform. So he has like an
Yes.
opportunity. So, and people are listening to his music. It's like, do your thing, dude.
And the music's great.
Yeah.
It's a genre I fuck with.
There you go. Yeah.
I thank you, Kyle Gordon, for hanging out. You can listen
Thank
to Kyle's music. It's all on Amazon Music. There's a link below. Very talented guy. You're always welcome here. You
Thank
good,
you.
Dan?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Kyle
you.
Gordon, everybody.